When I was doing stand-up, I was lucky enough to hang out with Robin Williams once at the Comedy Cellar in the Village. Your social media content, like his stand-up, should feel spontaneous, but be deliberate. Get busy planning that spontaneity or get busy dying on that stage. Welcome to week 2, day 12 of starting your side hustle. We're taking 28 days, 28 small steps to build a business that's meaningful, impactful, profitable. Today's focus is content strategy, planning a set of engaging posts that reflect who you are. Okay, these days, content strategy is the backbone of every successful hustle. It's how you plug your audience into you, how you connect with them, build trust, guide them toward action. But creating engaging content, relevant content across multiple platforms requires more than what we've all learned intuitively from doom scrolling. That intuition is not enough. We need a plan. For some real-life inspiration, you can't do better than Gary Vaynerchuk, a social media industry unto himself. Gary started by making daily YouTube videos for his family's wine shop long before content strategy was even a buzzword. He didn't just talk about wine, he told stories, answered questions, and he built a loyal audience by showing up every single day. Those videos transformed a local liquor store into a $60 million online retailer and launched Gary's career as a marketing and media mogul, with what I'm guessing would be Gary's blessing. Today, we're answering 2 critical questions to get you to your plan, to help you craft a masterful content strategy. Question 1, how can your content guide your audience through the sales funnel without feeling forced? And 2, what's the one thing that makes your content indispensable on each platform? The first question challenges you to exercise some empathy, to think about the journey your audience takes from awareness to action. I'll put a picture up here again. Your answer to the question should be about how your content can serve as a natural progression along that path. The sales funnel isn't just a series of steps. It's old-timey storytelling that hooks you, builds trust, and then deepens your interest in how the story is going to end. Great content doesn't sell. It invites people into a story they want to be a part of. As for question 2, with so much noise online, asking what makes your content indispensable, well, it forces you to identify what sets your content apart, whether it's your tone, your humor, your expertise, whatever you use in the real world to spark a meaningful conversation. As you already know, each social media platform has its own culture and expectation, its own goofiness and norms. And if you want to succeed with them, it's like your day job. You can't be a tourist. You have to live there. You have to commit to learning the local language, but maybe not so deeply that you can talk without an accent. Audiences are really good at figuring out if you're compromising who you are. I was today years old when I found out that I can't use I was today years old as a hook because it sounds forced, almost creepy. Just take the exercise seriously. Your answer to today's questions matter. The first question, make sure that your content isn't just entertaining, but strategically aligned with your goals, moving people closer to action without having them feel manipulated. And second question, make sure you're not posting for the sake of posting, but creating something authentic, valuable, memorable for each platform. If you take the exercise seriously, if you plan out 28 days of content, I guarantee you'll build an audience. Okay, take a moment and try to answer the day 12 questions for your hustle without AI. And before you listen to the next section, 28-day Ivy-League MBA. I personally think it's useful to try to answer questions without AI first, but if you'd rather do that, the AI teaching assistant prompt will drop with today's case study in a couple hours. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Lunch Break Millionaire, day 0, or go over to superserious.com where I'm posting daily transcripts. The AI prompts are there also. That's it. Hustle smarter. Day 12, part 2 of Lunch Break Millionaire, where we turn whatever you're eating for lunch into an Ivy League MBA degree. I'm going to suggest we try Ethiopian food today. Injera and what? Because sharing is at the heart of every Ethiopian meal, the exact secret sauce for content strategy. So the MBA skill we're going to pick up today is how to build your content pillars. Here's the thing. If you want your hustle to stand out, you can't just post whatever pops in your head and hope for the best. The pros don't wing it. They build their content around a handful of core themes or pillars, and then map those pillars to each platform in a way that feels natural and indispensable. That's how you create a strategy that actually moves people through your funnel without feeling forced or fake. So, what's a content pillar? Think of it as one big idea or topic that you want to be known for. If you're a fitness coach, maybe your pillars are quick homework, nutrition hacks, and mindset shifts. If you're building a software hustle, maybe it's creator empowerment, open source tools, finding the algorithm. You pick 2 or 3, maybe 4 pillars that matter to you and your audience, and you build almost everything around those 4 pillars. This isn't about limiting yourself. It's about making your brand clear, memorable, trustworthy. When people see your stuff, they know what to expect, and they know why it matters. Here's where the MBA part comes in. You don't just blast the same message everywhere. Each platform has its own vibe, its own audience, its own way of rewarding content. What works on TikTok isn't necessarily what will work on LinkedIn. Your job is to take those pillars and remix them for each place your audience hangs out. Maybe your quick home workout pillar turns into 30-second TikTok demos, longer YouTube tutorials, motivational Instagram stories. Maybe your creator empowerment pillar shows up as spicy Twitter threads, deep dive LinkedIn posts, or behind the scenes Instagram reels. The point is, you're not copying and pasting. You're translating your best ideas into the language of each platform. Now, let's tie this back to today's questions. When you ask, how can your content guide your audience through the sales funnel without feeling forced? The answer is by using your pillars to meet people where they are. Early in the funnel, you're sharing broad, helpful tips or stories that catch attention. As people get to know you, you go deeper. Maybe sharing case studies, testimonials, or how-tos that build trust. When they're ready to buy, you make it easy with clear calls to action and proof that you deliver. And question 2, when you ask, what's the one thing that makes your content indispensable on each platform? You're really asking, how do I make my content feel native, valuable, unmissable, no matter where someone finds me? That's where mapping your pillars to each platform just shines. Take a moment, sketch out your content pillars. What are the 2 or 3 big ideas you want to be known for? Write them down. Then for each platform you use, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever, think about how you bring those pillars to life in a way that feels right for that space. Maybe it's quick tips, maybe it's stories, maybe it's deep dives. The goal is to be consistent, to be everywhere your audience is, but always in a way that feels fresh and valuable and authentic. Keep telling yourself content isn't about filling up a feed. It's about building a brand that people can't help but follow, trust, buy from. When you build your strategy around pillars and map them to each platform, you're making an impact. That's how you hustle smarter. This is day 12, part 3 of Lunch Break Millionaire. This is the segment where we #build in public, where I answer the daily questions every hustle should, using the MBA skills we learned earlier and showing my work, sharing how I'm building my hustle from scratch. No filters, just the real journey. You don't need to actually like or subscribe. I'm not doing this for the clicks, but if you're leveling up from other creators you know or you follow, introduce us. I want to learn from them and help them level up too. Failures are better than just making rich people richer. Okay, if you need a case study in content strategy, you're in luck because you are experiencing phase 1 of my content strategy. Right now, I'll put it up. There is nothing I love more than learning, and no better way to do it than teaching others, mentoring others. So the Meditorial Super Serious Content Strategy was always going to be me kind of being me. I'm not sure how you get more authentic than that. I would hate myself if I just posted random self-congratulatory updates like every other company's press releases. Or worse, generic marketing fluff. I can't stomach that. So I committed to doing this series. If you watch it, learn from it, use it to build something for yourself, and never ever care about what I'm building, I'm cool with that. I've always gotten a lot of DMs with advice to charge for my content, which is super sweet. And all those people are missing the point. I know I can charge for it. If I'm showing you how I benefit from something and you benefit too, that's incredibly meaningful for me. It's purposeful for me. It's the best legacy I could leave the world. This is second best. The best would be leaving my kids who have a sense of humor and making sure they're kind. You know, they better be kind or